You have a loved one in federal prison and you want to do everything within your power to help them get out. And I can certainly understand that. My name is Michael Santos and I'm with ResilientCourses.com. We've got a few different brands, including Prison Professors, White Collar Advice, and of course ResilientCourses.com. But all of it serves one unifying purpose, and that's to help people who are either facing court, sentencing, or the prison experience understand steps that they can take to position themselves for the best possible outcome. Now, I would like you to know that we offer an abundance of free content, including this series of videos that I'm preparing specifically for people that are struggling with this pandemic of COVID-19, like everybody in the world is struggling with, but particularly family members who have loved ones in prison that cannot practice. They don't have the ability to practice safe social distancing. They don't have the ability to practice wearing masks. They don't have the ability to escape close quarter confinement with people that may be carrying the virus, even though they may not be showing any symptoms. And we know that that's true just by watching the news media. The president talks about it, the CDC talks about it, experts like Anthony Fauci talk about it. So there's an abundance of evidence that people can be bringing this virus or carrying this virus even though they may not be showing symptoms. But people in prison cannot protect themselves, and that presents some real constitutional problems and potentially an opportunity for people to argue that they should be going to home confinement. Now, in the previous series of videos, I've profiled some information that the Attorney General has presented that directs the Bureau of Prisons to transfer people inside to home confinement. The problem is that there's 170,000 people on home confinement, and a lot of those people may not qualify, or a lot of case managers or administrators who have the discretion to make these determinations may not choose to advocate on behalf of a loved one. And that's why it's so important to have an advocacy campaign that will assist your loved one in putting himself at the top of the list. And that means either working at the administrative level in the Bureau of Prisons, or it could mean working with a judicial action by filing a pro se motion, a habeas corpus motion, to let a federal judge know why your loved one is worthy of coming home. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a person who served 26 years in federal prison, and during that process, I learned a lot about personal advocacy. Those books right there are evidence of what steps that I took while I was in prison to advocate for myself. Here's one of the books that I authored, Inside Life Behind Bars in America. Here's another book that is called Earning Freedom, Conquering a 45-Year Prison Sentence. I went to prison in 1987 and I didn't get released until 2013. But while I was in there, I had a very productive journey showing people strategies, teaching people strategies on what they can do to emerge successfully through crisis or through difficulty or through struggle. And right now, there are more than 170,000 people in federal prison that really need strategies to learn how to advocate for themselves. And family members need to learn how to advocate for their loved ones. And so through this series of videos, I will be showing you steps that my wife and I took. First of all, it was me when I was locked in. Then it became my sister and me while I was in. Then it became a series of advocates that helped me while I was in. Then it became my wife, who really became my primary advocate. We got married inside of a federal prison in 2003. And so we've been married now for 17, almost 18 years. I've been home from prison for 7 years, but through that process, I learned a lot about self-advocacy. I just wanted to reveal that background. If you want the details, of course, you can either Google my name or you could get this book, Earning Freedom, which shows exactly the steps that I took. And this is available, of course, on any of our websites or Resilient Courses. But this is really about helping you understand what do you have to do to help your loved one during this pandemic where your loved one is locked inside of a federal prison. And so that's what this series of videos is going to show you. So my screen just went off. But I'm making these, and again, if you don't have the time or the patience or the confidence to advocate on behalf of your loved one, reach out to our team. You can reach us. Our contact information is available everywhere. Send a text if you want to hire somebody. If you don't want to hire somebody, then simply go through these series of videos and you will learn exactly what we had to do to advocate for ourselves. My expertise suggests that it takes about 15 hours for our team to put together a campaign, an advocacy campaign to help people who want to transition from federal prison to home confinement. And that's why we have a program on here available that you can click through any of the links on this site above to get one of our professional advocates to work on behalf of your family, to get your husband, your brother, your wife, your sister, your daughter, your son transition from federal prison to home confinement in accordance with what the Attorney General mandated in his memorandum. And in the next series of videos, I'm going to show you exactly what we would be doing to help.